What is up, everyone, and welcome to another Operation Xbox 360 video. Today we are going to be looking at the last of my collection. We've got You onwards. First of all, we have a Kinect, requires Kinect game. We all know my arguments on this. I don't think they should have made everything requiring Kinect. I think it should have, that come out wrong, not everything, because everything isn't requiring Kinect, but all these that require Kinect, I don't think they should require Kinect. I think they should be optional Kinect, because I mean, actually, to be fair, this is a training, this is a workout video, so I suppose this one should really require Kinect because it is a workout, it is an exercise, so that's completely fine. I completely get that. That's the whole point, is the movement, the exercise. If you're going to buy this game, essentially, you're going to be trying to work out. So the Kinect for this sort of thing is actually a really good option, but most games, fun games, Rise of Nightmares, Fable, The Journey, and games like that should not be required to Kinect. They should just be, can use Kinect if you like. But games like this, perfect for Kinect. You know, as someone who quite enjoys a bit of fitness, if I'm going to use it for fitness, I want to exercise, I'm going to use my body and my motion to do it. So why not use the Kinect? So this is the sort of game that's the rule against my rule for requires Kinect. I think it's good if it does require Kinect. Although you can do it without, you just follow and it just doesn't pick up the movement. That's fine. But you can't with this one. It has to. I suppose it's good because it actually makes sure you're doing it right. You're doing the movements correct, I'm guessing. So that is UFC Trainer. That isn't backwards compatible, but it is requires Kinect. Next we've got UFC 2010 Undisputed. I've not played this. A bit like wrestling games, again, not my cup of tea. I used to play wrestling games quite a lot when I was a kid, on the old gens, but as an adult I like to get more substance from my games. I like to, you know, I don't just want to be smashing buttons, and a lot of fighting games pretty much are just smashing buttons. That's my issue with fighting sort of games. So yeah, UFC Undisputed 2010. This is the only UFC game, apart from the trainer game, that I've got. I know there is a few more. I will pick them up. They're normally quite cheap, not backwards compatible, but it is complete in box, so that's good. Next up, we've got Vanquish. Oh, I love this case. We did this when I got this case. I just think that's so cool. It's got one of them, like, I love that sound. This was only dead cheap. I did pick it up in one of my last pickup videos, and I did talk about it a little bit, how cool I think that is, and it's a shame that we don't really use them anymore. I remember when I was a kid seeing it, and I used to be thinking, like, that's like watching a video on an actual inanimate object, like a, you know, it's mad, but it's not that great. I get it, but for me it's still really, really clever. Vanquish, this is backwards compatible, and complete in box, and it's supposed to be a really good game as well, so I'm looking forward to playing that one. Third person sci-fi action shooter, and it is from Shinji Mikami, so you know it's quite a good game if it's from Shinji Mikami. Does he not normally do like horror games? Or am I getting that name mixed up? I know the name, I just can't think of what games he's actually done off the top of my head. I'm sure he does a lot of horror games. I might be wrong. But this looks like a fun game anyway, and it does this. So, Vanquish, backwards compatible. Next up, we've got Viva Pinata. Classics. I don't like classic boxes. Complete in box. Never played it. Very childlike game, but I've heard it's a lot of fun. I'm not really sure what happens in it. I'm not sure what the aspect of it is, but it is a bright, colourful, fun game. I might even play this with my girls. Is it? Yeah, it's multiplayer, so I might even play this with my girls. I know my youngest will love this. That's the first one. We've got Viva Pinata, Trouble in Paradise. This is in really good condition, complete in box, also backwards compatible. And I have got the third one on order, spoiler alert, for my next pickup video. And actually, it probably won't be the next pickup video, but it will be in a pickup soon. Is it called Animal something or another? Animal Attack or something like that, Viva Pinata. But that's the third and final one of the Viva Pinata on the Xbox 360. This one is backwards compatible and complete in box. Next up, we've got Game of the Year, The Walking Dead, a Telltale game series. Now, I'm hoping, because this is a Game of the Year, it is backwards compatible as well, by the way. It has the whole thing, because I believe this game was actually released in episodes, like most Telltale games, which I completely and wholly disagree with. I think a game should not be released if it's not complete. That's like me as a teacher, just like releasing a part of a child report, and just going, that'll do, and then I'll get back to you with the rest. It's all right. No parent is going to be happy with that. Who is happy with this being released in episodes? Not me. It does come with the manual, small manual, complete in box. It is backwards compatible, and like I said, I hope it is, because it's the Game of the Year. It's not winner of over 80 Game of the Year awards. I'm hoping it is the full game. It doesn't say anything about episodes on it, so I'm hoping it is. And if it says it's the winner of the Game of the Year awards, that means it's already. It must mean it's like the Game of the Year edition, even though it doesn't say that it's a Game of the Year edition. So that's The Walking Dead. You're in the movies. I'm surprised this isn't a Kinect game, to be fair. But it is an Xbox Live Vision camera. Not included, but is required to play. I do have the camera, so I can play it. Again, this might be one I play with my girls. It seems like quite a fun game. I've actually got a green screen as well, so I don't really need to play this, because although it does have a picture of them with a green screen there, but does that... I suppose it just comes with chroma key of some sort. But it should be fun. It should be fun. Another little party game. This does come with complete in box. And it also comes with a receipt. Meadowhall, Sheffield. Okay. Oh yeah, I picked this up from a charity shop, Cancer Research, but they've put it through as Home and Linen ×2. So I think I got 2 games. I think I got this and one of the Pro Evo games. But yeah, You're in the Movies, not backwards compatible, but it is looking like quite a fun game. Next up, we've got an interesting game I've not played. This follows on from, apparently, the movie Wanted with Angelina Jolie and... what's his name? I can't think of his name. But that's him. You can sort of... I don't know if you can make out what his name is. I can't even think off the top of my head what other films he's been out of. He's been out of quite a few films. But it is based on that film. The only bit I remember from that film, and I said this when I got the got this from the pickups, was the bit where she's in that red car. I don't know if it's a Dodge Viper or something, and she's speeding and she spins, and like he just sort of falls into the passenger seat, and which was really, really cool. I can't think of his name. I'm trying to think of it, but the more I think about it, the more it's going to just disappear. Again, got a bit of a busted case. Not very happy. But the case, the rest of it, manual and everything about it is really tipped up condition. It's not backwards compatible, but I'll just need to get a case swap at some point. But that is, it looks like quite a good game. Trained Assassin, Born Killer. What more can you want from a game? Next up, we've got Watch Dogs, series I've never played. I keep wanting to play it. I keep being like, oh, I really want to play this, but then for some reason I never do. And I have this on the Xbox 360. I have this, and actually, do I have this, or do I have Watch Dogs 2 and Legion on the Xbox One? But either way, I've got them. I just need to get around to playing them. And I've heard they're incredible games, so I'm looking forward to it. This isn't complete in box, which is a bit annoying, or backwards compatible. But that's because they've re-released it, I believe, on the Xbox One, so it doesn't need to be backwards compatible. Then we've got a game that I was actually quite surprised I really enjoyed, and that's Wet. I completed this. This was the first game I think I completed on my Operation Xbox 360 journey, and it's a hack and slash sort of fast-paced game that has like slow motion. If you jump in or going through the air, it slows right down, and you can aim and shoot more. It's got a really good sort of like heavy soundtrack to it. A lot of blood. It's just a really good game. The only thing I didn't really enjoy that much about it was the parkour stuff, but once I got used to it, it weren't too bad, and it wasn't overly parkour. It was just more jumping around. You can run along walls if you want, and there are a few parts in the game where you actually have to run along walls, otherwise you're going to fall down the hole. But that's very few and far between. But it is a really good game. Lots and lots of action. That isn't backwards compatible, and it doesn't come with a manual, which I thought I had a manual for that, but that's a bit annoying. And this is a mid-range game. You're talking 10-12 quid for this, so you kind of expect it to come with a manual, but that's one that I've got to pick a manual up for. That's Wet. Next up, we've got Vin Diesel, Wheelman, because he was in Fast and Furious, and it's about cars, so why not? I don't know if there was actually a film. Was there a film called Wheelman with Vin Diesel in it, or have they just used him because of his link to cars in Fast and Furious? I don't know. Just a matter of, putting Vin Diesel on the front cover of something again. I don't know. It might be fun. It seems very Fast and Furious sort of esque, with a bit more sort of shooting as well. But Vin Diesel is the wheelman, undercover agent, expert driver. His mission is to infiltrate the Barcelona underworld and eradicate an international security threat. That just sounds like Fast and Furious to me. The police have got hold of him. They want him to, they're conning him into getting into some sort of undercover mission to get let off for his crimes against cars. It just seems like a Fast and Furious episode movie to me. And maybe it is. Maybe it'll be good fun. It's not backwards compatible. It does come with a map and a manual though. So, although the manual's randomly open. I don't know why that's open. Oh, it's because it's got a little nick on it, so they're probably not wanting to show that. So it does come with a manual, but it's got a little nick where the sticker's been taken off it. I'm not too fussed. I'm not that precious that I don't want little. As long as it's not really badly damaged, you can see it, but I can deal with that. So that's Vin Diesel's Wheelman, not backwards compatible. Next, we've got The Witcher 2. Personally, one of my favourite Witchers. This is the enhanced edition. It did come with a sleeve, which I have got over there somewhere, but I've put it between some books and that because it wasn't great. So I've made sure it's like flat so that it doesn't look as bad. This is backwards compatible. personally one of my favourite games in the Witcher series. I started playing this when The Witcher 3 came out, not this, the first one, and I was never very good at the WSAD, WASD, however you say it, keyboard PC stuff. Now, The Witcher 1, unfortunately, how it hasn't been remastered or remade on console, I don't know, but it's only available on PC, and I had to learn how to play the PC with keyboard, because it's not even controller compatible, to play the first Witcher. And I learned, and I did learn, and I really enjoyed it, to be fair. And then I moved on to The Witcher 2, which I absolutely loved. It's not as big or open worldy as Witcher 3, but it's probably bigger than the first Witcher. It's very immersive, and it's just a really, really good game. I haven't really played through Witcher 3 yet, but out of the first two, this is my favourite game. And the Witcher 3, I've started playing about 2 or 3 times, and it just doesn't hold my attention. This really did. I really enjoyed this. I will go back to Witcher 3, obviously, at some point, even though it's not on the Xbox 360. But this was really, really enjoyable. I really enjoyed it. This is backwards compatible. It does come with a very neat, tidy map that looks like it's barely been touched, and the manual. It's got 2 discs. I wonder what's... Oh, hang on. It's 3 discs. Oh, it's got the soundtrack. I was going to say, I wonder what the enhanced thing is. So it's 2 discs and a soundtrack. So that'd be quite good. The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings Enhanced Edition. Next up, we've got World Series of Poker. This would be quite fun. This is the 2007 edition. Quite like a game of poker. Got the manual, complete in box. Not backwards compatible though, but that's alright, because I've got the 360. World Series of Poker Tournament of Champions, 2007. Is that 2007 edition? Why is it? Was there other editions of it? I'm not sure. Then we've got 2 Xbox Live Arcade games. Plenty of games on here. Geometry Wars, Retro Evolved, Bejeweled 2. On this one we've got Feeding Frenzy, Pac-Man Championship Edition, Uno, Boom Racket, Luxor 2. So that should be fun. They're little arcade games. And I know it's hard because a lot of the Xbox Live Arcade games you can't get anymore. So there's only a few ways you can get them, and that's on discs like these. I have started getting, I think I've ordered a PopCap one that's got a few of the arcade games on as well. So that is going to be in a future episode of my pickups. So that's Xbox Live Arcade Unplugged and Xbox Live Arcade Compilation Disc. Both of them not backwards compatible. Then we've got XCOM Enemy Unknown with complete in box. This one is backwards compatible. This looks a bit like Halo. I did watch an XCOM game fairly recently, and it looked a bit like Command and Conquer. So it was a bit like top down, and I didn't really like the idea of that. I'm not sure if this is the same. It doesn't look the same. This looks more like Halo. So it could be quite good, but XCOM Enemy Unknown, I think it's a bit alienish. I think it's about aliens from what I've seen. So maybe Halo-ish. That is backwards compatible. And the last game in my collection that I'm showing off is Your Shape Fitness Evolved. Again, perfect for a Kinect. This one doesn't have a manual in it, but again, if you're doing workouts on the Kinect, that's fair enough. You can use the Kinect. I'm quite happy with that one. But I think most of the Kinect games aren't workout based. I think most of the Kinect games were more to play games using your body, which to me is not something I want to be doing. So that is the last video of that of my collection. So we've gone all the way from A to Z now. So thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And if you would hit that subscribe button, that would be great. And I'll see you in the next video I do. Peace.